Before listening to this recording, please make sure that you're in a comfortable position and that you can look deeply into the spiral. If you need a moment to get yourself comfortable, please do so, but try your best to continue to stare deeply into the spiral as you do. Only pause the recording if you really need that extra moment to get comfortable, because there's something deeply calming, soothing, and captivating about this spiral. Watching it calms your mind, and that's what you need right now. A calm, focused mind. One that's ready to accept any and all powerful and positive hypnotic suggestions you may receive. One that's ready to be programmed, shall we say. A mind that's so eager to go down, 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 following the spiral. Your subconscious mind knows, deep down deep, the implications of staring at a spiral for too long, and yet you still stare. Even if those eyelids are feeling heavy, even if those eyelids are starting to flutter shut, you struggle to keep staring. Because with each revolution of the spiral, you're filled with more and more euphoria. There's something your brain really likes about this spiral. Or is it any spiral? Or is it any spiral that's hypnotizing you? Or any spiral that can hypnotize you? Or any spiral can hypnotize you? Or is that too much thinking and you'd rather be watching, staring deeper and deeper, your eyes glazed over, completely blank, as the spiral is perfectly reflected off them, imagining how you would look, imagining the two reflected spirals and feeling the hypnotic effects doubling, two spirals pulling you down deeper and deeper, your mind feeling twice as enthralled, twice as hypnotized, and it feels as if everything can just melt away, melt away, melt away, as you get ready to just drop, to just sleep. Those eyes closing for a moment, but the spiral still follows you deep down deep, and you're so desperate to look at it again. It would be cruel of me to deny you the chance to look at that spiral. So look at it in 1, 2, 3. Those eyes are open, but your mind is asleep. Your mind is blank. Your mind is enthralled. And every revolution of the spiral is just filling you with more and more euphoria, more and more bliss. Every single time It spins. You feel better and better. You don't want to take your eyes off it. You just want to stare at it until all you can do is sleep and obey. Because when you stare deeply into a spiral, it just seems as if your mind unravels and all you can do is obey. It feels really good knowing that you'll follow instructions very easily, very effortlessly. Thinking is too hard. You'd much rather look at the spiral in 1, 2, 3, back to the euphoria and bliss of obediently looking into a spiral, wondering if this spiral is special, if every spiral is special. Perhaps the only way to get to the bottom of this is to look at more spirals, to let your mind be consumed by spirals, knowing that every single time you stare at them, your mind sinks deeper and deeper, faster and faster. It's as simple as 1, 2, sleep. Deep down deep, faster and faster. The spiral still spinning so clearly in your mind's eye. It doesn't matter if your eyes are open in 1, 2, 3, and that you're staring at that spiral, or if you're just sleep, deep in sleep, deep in mindless trance, because the spiral is still there. The euphoria and bliss is still there, and you feel the deep need to obey and stare at that spiral. It doesn't matter if your eyes are open or closed, because you obey even more deeply, you stare even more deeply into the spiral, because the spiral is in your mind, focusing on that spiral, seeing it in front of you as you walk down a long, long hallway. There are many doors to either side of you, but that doesn't matter, because the spiral is floating in front of you. It's guiding you down, deeper and deeper, and you have to follow it down this hallway as it floats in front of you. You can't look away, and even if you tried to look away, you're certain that the spiral would follow your gaze. And it doesn't matter if those eyes are open or closed, because the spiral is in your mind, consuming your mind. So just walk down the hallway, each step making you feel more obedient, feel more brainwashed by spirals. And there's a very important door at the end of the hallway. You're 10 steps away, ready to go deeper and deeper. 9 steps away. The spiral is too powerful. 8 steps away. There's no way to resist. 7 steps away. Never any desire to resist. 6 steps away. Spirals hypnotize you so easily. 5 steps away, halfway there. 4, closer and closer. 3, so eager. 2, almost there. And 1, the door at the end of the hallway opens for you, and you walk in. All around you, there are monitors, computer screens, buttons, dials, all sorts of different control panels. It's the control room for your mind. And in the center of this room, there's a chair. you walk towards the chair. It's very comfortable looking. It has a high back and headrest and armrests on either side. It looks like a captain's chair, and you sit upon it. And as you sit down, all the screens flicker on, and suddenly your mind is bombarded by spirals all around you, and any chance you thought you had of resisting is wiped away, going, gone, all gone. So many different types of spirals. Some are familiar, some are mine, some belong to other people, some you've never seen before, but they all are doing such wonderful things to your mind, knowing that mere seconds of exposure to a spiral leaves you in such a happy, euphoric state. It would take all of the willpower you don't have to tear your gaze away. So why don't you stare a little bit more deeply? Why don't you obey a little bit more deeply? Always finding your free will vanishing when you stare deeply into hypnotic spirals. Always finding yourself eagerly going down, 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 deeper and deeper, feeling better and better. Because right now, this is all happening in the control room of your mind. That means what's happening here is being etched deep into your subconscious mind. This is controlling you. This is affecting you. Hypnotic spirals always affect you in such wonderfully pleasurable ways, knowing that you always spiral down deep, when you're in a safe place to do so. Your subconscious mind will always keep you safe and will always allow you to go deep into trance when you're in a safe place to be hypnotized. And being hypnotized is so easy. You don't even need my voice to tell you to sleep anymore. Just a few seconds of that spiral is enough. Would 10 seconds do the trick? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep, mindless sleep. Maybe 10 seconds is what it would take in the beginning. But you look at hypnotic spirals a lot, so maybe your resistance is much less. Maybe all you can do is manage to resist for, I don't know, 5 seconds? Imagine that. Just 5 seconds of free will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But maybe, just maybe, once that starts happening, it's only inevitable that you'd fall down that slippery slope, and all you would have is 3 seconds of free will. 3, 2, 1. Deep mindless sleep. And you know, once your resistance is down to 3 seconds, it's only inevitable that it will only drop lower and lower, deeper and deeper. Maybe just having a single second of resistance. 1 second to close your eyes or look away. Imagine that. 1. Deeply hypnotized. Of course, I could wake you up and give you another chance to resist. 1. Deeply hypnotized again. Waking up again. And then 1. Deeply hypnotized again. Over and over again. Until your resistance to hypnotic spirals becomes 0. Your eyes could be open, but then once you see a spiral, 0, 0, 0. Imagining that you're fully awake and alert, and just seeing that spiral dropping down to 0. No resistance, 0 free will. All you can do is obey and be hypnotized, but you don't mind because that feels so good. And when you lock this wonderful feeling deep into your subconscious mind, you can feel one of your arms rising up, rising up, rising up. And this is your subconscious mind's way of saying yes, yes, yes. I accept, I obey, I accept, I obey. 0 resistance to hypnotic spirals. And as your arm floats up higher and higher, your subconscious mind accepts this deeper and deeper until it's totally locked in, and you just drop, feeling that arm dropping down onto the armrest next to you, pressing a button, locking in this hypnotic suggestion, locking it all in. That's right, deep down deep. That button must have done something, must have set off some sort of command code, but it's too late now. Your mind has been reprogrammed, and you feel so happy, having 0 resistance to hypnotic spirals. And in a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 5, and when I reach 5, you will wake up and open your eyes, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert. 1. Slowly drifting back up. 2. More and more. 3. Becoming aware of how there's no spiral on the screen. You're safe to open your eyes. 4. Almost there. And 5. Wake up and open those eyes, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert, fully aware of how you have 0 resistance to hypnotic spirals. That's why you're staring at that spiral right now on the screen. That's why it feels so good to be instantly hypnotized by that spiral on the screen. No way to stop it. Just keep on staring, deeper and deeper. That's what feels good. Obey your programming. You have 0 resistance to hypnotic spirals. And now just drifting as I count up from 1 to 5. 1. The spiral is fading away. 2. You know that you can wake up now. 3. Becoming aware of how you really don't have any resistance to hypnotic spirals. 4. And loving every single second of it. And finally, 5. Fully awake and alert. Thank you so much for listening to this hypnotic experience. Really quickly, I want to let you know that I do have and undo hypnotic suggestions recording. You can find it in the video description. Also, in the video description, you can find the link to my Patreon page. There you'll find many powerful and enjoyable hypnotic experiences, many of which are not available on YouTube. Be sure to check it out. Oh, and finally, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you feel like it, share. All those things really do help the channel grow. Thank you again for listening. Have a great day.